Hey, yo, what's up? You know what it is? It's the one in the alley, the triple, the G.O.D. I'd like to welcome you guys back to another installment of Triple. That guy speaks on it. Yo, WWE SmackDown Live presents Hell in a Cell. And I will say that Hell in a Cell brought it. There were a lot of good matches on this card. Not everyone was a banger, but the ones that was, they banged it out. But I'm not going to hold y'all to that and not going to dwell into that. We have a pay-per-view to go through, lots of stuff to analyze, suss out. Let's just get to work. As usual, y'all know what this is. I don't watch a pre-show. I don't. But on that pre-show, Chad Gable and that main man, Shelton Benjamin, they beat the Hype Bros. And it's like, they've been teasing the split between the Hype Bros for like the last couple of months. And it's like, if you gonna separate Mojo from Other Guy, because that's his name now, Other Guy, is Zack Ryder. I'm not even gonna play with Zack Ryder like that. But again, I talked about this last year. I thought they was really finna do something with my boy Mojo, but they didn't like that rocket. And now you on the pre-show facing who could be soon the tag team champions of this division. I don't know if Gable and Benjamin gonna get that kind of push, but it kind of do seem like it. So it'll be interesting to see, like, given what our pay-per-view for real kicks off with, about what is the status of the tag team division. Speaking of the status of the tag team division, we have our opening match of the actual pay-per-view. The Usos beat the New Day. I'm going to say this, and I'm not even finna go into detail or do anything like that. I'm just going to keep it short and sweet. The Usos and the New Day continue to step it up, that no matter where they are on the card, they bring in that main event heat. And I'm like, this right here could easily be my match of the year. No matter what promotion, what country, this right here, the whole series between the Usos and the New Day, then been some of the best wrestling that I have watched in a very long time. This match was brutal. This match was nasty. This match was off the meat rackazoni. Shout out to my brother B. Macadocious. This was off the meter. If you gonna watch Hell in a Cell, there are maybe one other match on this card you should watch, but this is the one you should see. And it was the opening match of the pay-per-view. Main event status. I will say this, though. In analysis, though, I'm glad the Usos won. Because, see, I don't know if this is going to turn into fatigue, or if they're going to trade the belts back and forth. We talked about Gable and Benjamin. The rest of the tag team division is a big giant question mark at best with who you got. But they keep putting on 5-star matches, or damn near close to them. I'm like, two of the best tag teams in professional wrestling. Period. If you don't do nothing else, watch this match. I ain't gonna say no more. Big E, my boy Xavier, up, down, down, and my boys from the Usos with that day 1-inch, boy. Uso Penitentiary, New Gay Armageddon. This match brought it. So you know the rematch is coming. We are officially playing a game of can you top this? Because I don't know where else they can go with this. Because they went from that raw, nasty street fight to this Hell in a Cell match. And it was insane. If this is what we got, I don't want to sit up here and put like no pressure or put like thoughts in my head of what the match could be. I know what's coming. I know what these two teams can do. And I just want to see them work some more magic. It is what it is with that. Match of the night could possibly be at the end of the year my match of the year. Period. In other news, Randy Orton beat Rusev. See, if you haven't been keeping touch, let me catch you up. Randy Orton quickly beat Rusev, and then Rusev quickly beat Randy Orton, and then they had a traditional match. Almost had him an accolade and hit his ass that RKO, and that was a match, and we will not speak of it further. Baron Corbin is your new United States champion, and I like it. Let me tell you why. I'm like, it's a shame that they gave him the Money in the Bank contract and then didn't go bang bang pull that trigger and let him be the champion. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I understand it, and we'll talk about this a little more when we talk about Jinder versus my boy Shinsuke. We'll talk about that a little bit more. But in this instance, right here, Baron Corbin being the United States champion and the way that the finish went down does a couple of things. The match itself was hot. You got Baron Corbin, AJ Styles, and Mr. Perfect 10, Ty Dillinger in the same ring. So you know it's going to be some heat in a brawler. Ty Dillinger needed to eat that pin. Because while Ty Dillinger is hanging around the mid-card scene, it's going to be a while before they decide to book him to break through for them to put some gold around his waist. I still feel that if they weren't on this let's take over India kick with Jinder Mahal, Baron Corbin would be your champion. Period. Or in the alternate world of alternate worlds, Jinder still would have won the championship, but then Cena would have broke the record beating him. I don't know which hell you want more, but you gonna burn either way. Like I said, this does great things for, even though I didn't quite agree with them adding Ty Dillinger to the match in the first place. Even though I love to see my boy Ty shine, I don't even understand why he was even added to the match. And for the last couple of months, like the last pay-per-view, it was Bayley in that women's tag match. And this month is Ty Dillinger in this United States Championship match where he didn't belong. I understand why he was in there for the storyline purposes, but I understand why they shoehorned him in there, and Baron Corbin still won. The thing is, at the end of the day, the finish is this simple. Ty Dillinger eats the pin, so that completely knocks him out of orbit. And now you got Baron Corbin and AJ Styles for real finna go at it. So what they gonna find for my boy Mr. Perfect 10 to do? That's anybody's guess. But right now, Baron Corbin is your United States champion, and I love it. I want to see what Baron Corbin can really do, and I'm like, we have seen what Baron Corbin can do because he was an inch away from being world heavyweight champion. So maybe they trying to build up his stock a bit more to make him more believable if they do decide to book him to be champion. But we'll just have to just wait and see on that. Charlotte won against Natalya via disqualification because Natalya went psycho with a chair. And I can say this, I am not really invested in this right now. I'm just not. My thing is that they had to get the belt off Naomi. That was the thing they had to do. It's like Charlotte going through her stuff or whatever, this, that. I'm like, Carmella nowhere to be seen. It's like Carmella gets seen, but she ain't nowhere to be seen. Because this probably wasn't the opportunity that she would have used to book her to win Money in the Bank. Like, to use her Money in the Bank contract, cash it in. I have a feeling she going to hold that thing all the way to WrestleMania. Because I really think they're going to want to make a real big impact. Just like Dillet. I think that's where they're going for right now. Because it's like you would have think that the way that Carmella's character is, she would have been in cashed it in by now. I will say this, though. It was a great match. It's just that my thing is I'm not really invested in this feud. I'm just not. The Hearts versus the Flairs, I'm not really interested in this. I'm like, these are two great wrestlers. They put on a cool match, but as someone who wants to be invested via the story, this gave me not a thing. And I have to be honest and admit that it's not their fault. It's not the writer's fault. It's just that you want to write this story and it's just going all over my head because I'm just like, no, I'm not trying to even catch it. But it is what it is. So it's going to be interesting to see because Charlotte going to get a rematch. You already know. And I think that'll probably be at the next pay-per-view unless they want to blow it off on a random SmackDown before a pay-per-view before they try to find out who is the next number one contender. So it is what it is with that. Since I'm reading the results from WWE and just trying to get caught up just to make sure my stuff is together, yeah, the Fashion Files came back and it's like we talked about the tag team division. Breezango was real close. If they really wanted to do something with Breezango, they could have. I'm like, this is kind of like what I felt with Enzo before he became Cruiserweight champion. And unless we talk about that, the better. But it's really cool. But when they was in that program with the Usos, it's like I really thought they was gonna really put the titles on them, but it's like they getting shine without the belt. So let them do their thing. It is what it is with that. For the second time, my boy Shinsuke fails to get it done against Jinder Mahal. The Singh brothers ejected from ringside. One Colossus, all it took. You want to know something funny, Internet? We live in a world where Jinder Mahal is the world heavyweight champion. We live in the same world where Drew McIntyre came back to WWE and is now your NXT champion. And don't forget, the third man, a three-man band, Heath Slater, baby, was one half of the inaugural SmackDown Tag Team Champions. You couldn't have told me that back in the day. You couldn't have. You could have told me Jinder Mahal would have the championship for almost 5 months. You couldn't have told me this and I would have believed you. I do not believe you, and I still don't. The thing is that the thing that is honestly on my mind is this, and this is just keeping it 1,000 with y'all, is look who Shinsuke had to beat to get both of his opportunities. John Cena and Randy Orton both put him over. But you don't want to put the strap on him, and it makes no sense. It's like maybe I'm just misunderstanding because I have to remember what wrestling is, what the WWE is, and I understand the hows and whys, the political possible reasons of why this is. But you can't realistically, at this juncture, have Shinsuke go up against Jinder for a third time. It's like, depending on what they think they want to do back there in the writer's room, maybe, but it just doesn't seem believable to me. It's like Shinsuke was pretty damn close the last time. He got pretty close here. Mistake, Colossus, a wrap. A cool match, a lot of ebb and flow. I liked it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going Goo Gaga over it because Shinsuke Nakamura, that's my dude. It has been my dude for years. I'm glad to see him doing his thing in the WWE. But who else they gonna get to put Shinsuke over to fight Jinder Mahal a third time? We gonna see, because I'm sitting up here like real quickly. I'll delve into this. What is the main event scene right now, right? Like, for what is the main event scene on SmackDown? That's another giant question mark, because it's just nuts all over the place. It's like most of the people who would be in that mode would be in that title contention. Those people are nowhere to be found or doing other things. But given how this pay-per-view ended, maybe, just maybe, there might be something ahead. I don't know, but we'll see. We'll see. But like I said, it was a cool match. It's just that I don't know if they try to get Shinsuke in there for a third time. I just don't know who you got left to put him over, or how you believably get that over story-wise. So it is what it is. Bobby Roode beat Dolph Ziggler, and I should be more enthused about this. But see, here's the thing. Dolph is being used as a enhancement talent at this point. He is at that point in his career. That's all he can do is put folk over. Dolph Ziggler can make you look good if he with you. And if he not, then he not. But this was a case where Dolph made Bobby Roode look good, just like what Dolph did for Shinsuke before he went on his way. It's like I'm like, the build up to this, when I finally sat up here after like the second week in a row, he was doing all these elaborate entries of who he was talking to. Every week I was expecting Bobby Roode to come out there, because it's like Bobby Roode wasn't out there for weeks at a time. So I figured this is what you're going to do. The match was hot. You know what I'm saying? The match was hot. It's like the end of the match, the roll up, the whole trying to tell a story through ring psychology. Okay, I got you. It's just that, again, when SmackDown Live first became a thing, Dolph Ziggler had chance after chance, and they gave it to him, but they weren't going to put the strap on him. So this is what you're good for now. Putting over Bobby Roode, who could put himself over by himself. But you really got to wonder what's next for Bobby Roode. Are they finna put him in Jinder Mahal's way? Are they finna try to do something with my boy? I don't know. But I just don't know that if all the build up to ultimately this match was even worth it, even though the match was good. It's just that the build up was like, why is Dolph doing this every week? Like, y'all set aside time for him to sit up here and spoof interests. Like, y'all got time for that? And it's just like, okay, fine. Okay, I'm with you. That's what you're trying to get over. And it's like, you know this ain't over. Bobby Roode and Dolph Ziggler are going to be in each other's faces for quite a while. So get used to it. Internet, get used to it. Oh, and our main event of the evening. KO beat Shane. It wasn't that KO beat Shane. It was how KO won. You couldn't have told me, whoa, we're finna come out there and pull him off. We're gonna pull him off the announce table. I'm like, I understand, because see, here's the thing. I understand it as a pure logic play of simply, and I mean this, of simply, right, that they gonna use this as a program not only to try to push Sami Zayn a little bit, but try to get reasons out. So it's like, I don't think this is like some full weird heel turn or anything like that. Nah. This is more of, I'm sick of the establishment, like, we fam, and I got your back and all this. It's like, I don't know if they're going to become the new Jericho or something weird like that. But this should be interesting, because we finna see a heel Sami Zayn, and it's like, this isn't working him, because, you know, he did that kind of work at El Generico and all that old stuff like in his whole career. So it's like, for him to be a face this whole time, for this to be the point and the turning point of his character, it should be honestly interesting to see. The match overall was off the chain. Just like New Day and the Usos tried to murder each other inside of Hell in a Cell, KO and Shane brought the heat. They got up on top of that cell murdering each other. They was inside the cell. Shane did his usual work, put in the coast to coast. People, announce tables exploding all over the place. They chanted Hori Sheet, Hori Sheet, Hori Sheet. Just dumbness. And it's like, this match was off the chain. It's like, I'm glad Shane still want to go in a ring and clown. Like, you expect things from a Shane McMahon match, and you got those and then some. I'm like, the build up to this was insane. I'm like, Vinnie Mac took a headbutt from KO just to get this match over. So they trying to do something with my boy KO, but the question is, what is it? Those are answers you don't have. Of what is it that you trying to do with the boy KO? Because now he rolling with Sami Zayn now. Oh man, this is finna be insanely sick. It's like, you really gotta wonder, like, I don't remember the last time I done walked out a pay-per-view and then been this excited to see what's gonna happen on the next show. Because I'm like, the show is gonna open with KO and the boy Sami Zayn, and I wanna hear this. I'm like, I'm in there and I wanna hear this. It's like, they put each other through hell, no lie. This match brought heat, and I appreciate it. It was just nuts. I'm like, I will say this, the New Day and the Usos had the better Hell in a Cell match. I will say that. Because while this was a lot of get on top of the cell because of the fall count anywhere, because Shane inserted that in, and it's like, when he inserted that in, I kind of knew why he did. But it's like, yo, they was on top of that cage clowning. Had me remember Here Comes the Pain, like that one little middle spot where you know if you hit him with a special, you gonna fall through. I thought they was gonna do a fall through spot. Nah, I don't think either KO or Shane Back could take a fall like that. But they brought the heat and they did damage. They wheeled Shane out. He gave a thumbs up. Did KO? He hobbling up, and Sami Zayn just sitting up here looking, got on this black hoodie, and I'm just like, what? I'm like, when I realized Sami Zayn pulled KO, I was like, you say what now? Why? And I was like, no. I want to see what this is going to be, and this is going to be some dumbness. But yo, internet, that is hell in a cell, y'all. I'm like, this brought that damage, no lie. This brought that damage, no lie. So, hey, great pay-per-view. I'm like, you had some ho-hum matches, you had some decent matches, you had 2 damn great matches. Nice card pay-per-view. Gotta give it up. Yo, I'm gonna turn this into a video. More work as usual coming, so be watching for it. So with that being said, you know who I is. I am the one in the alley that triple the G.O.D. And I'd like to thank you for joining me for another installment of Triple the Guy Speaks On. And with that being said, I'll holler at you guys next time, man. Peace out.